The divine protection over the chosen ones leaves people confused, because no matter what is thrown against them, it never prospers. Throughout life, you have been a living testimony of this truth, because time after time, situations that should have crushed you have only revealed the covering that surrounds you. There have been moments when people deliberately set traps for you, waiting to see you stumble and fall, yet instead of collapse, they witnessed you walk out untouched and unharmed. This confuses them, because in their understanding, ordinary people don't survive such things. The intensity of the storms you faced should have destroyed you, but the very fact that you are still standing forces people to admit that you are not operating under normal protection. They cannot comprehend how every weapon aimed at you seems to dissolve before reaching its target, how schemes formed against you fall apart in the very process of execution, and how slander spoken to damage your name ends up elevating your position even further. This unexplainable shield you carry leaves them frustrated and restless, because their calculations always fail when it comes to you. Your resilience is not based on human strength, but on the invisible wall of divine power surrounding you. Many people underestimate the depth of that covering until they see it in action. They may laugh at you, mock your faith, and question your path. But when the trials come, and you walk through fire without being burned, they cannot deny that something beyond human comprehension is guarding your steps. It shocks them that the very same circumstances that destroyed others could not touch you. They compare themselves to you and realize that what breaks them doesn't even dent you. And instead of celebrating, many are left in disbelief, jealousy, or silent admiration. Every time they think they have found a way to get to you, they are reminded that the chosen ones do not fight alone, for their protection is woven in the unseen hand of God that shields them day and night. It is not just physical attacks that fail against you, but also emotional, spiritual, and mental battles. Where others would have lost their peace, you remain centered. Where others would have broken down, you rise with strength. People can't explain how you continue to stand tall after so many disappointments, betrayals, and hidden enemies, but the secret is in the divine protection that covers your life. That is why the chosen ones confuse their adversaries, because every attempt to harm them turns into evidence of their unshakable shield. The more opposition rises, the more obvious this protection becomes, and the more questions it creates in the minds of those watching. It leaves people asking themselves why every plan against you backfires, why misfortune skips your path, and why blessings continue to find you in the midst of storms. The confusion grows deeper each time they realize that their own efforts to see you fall only end up strengthening the truth that you are divinely covered. Observers are shocked by the strength, resilience, and favor that surrounds the chosen ones, making them question the source of this covering. People who watch your life from the outside often see the challenges, obstacles, and hidden battles you go through. Yet what surprises them most is not the trials but how you continue to rise above them. They expect to see you broken, weighed down, or giving up, but instead, they witness you moving forward with an inner strength that seems unshakable. This resilience is not something they can easily explain because it is not rooted in human willpower alone. It is the kind of strength that glows even in your weakest moments. The kind that keeps you standing when life throws wave after wave against you. Others may crumble under half of what you have endured, but your ability to withstand and recover leaves them with unanswered questions. The favor that follows you intensifies their confusion, because while many struggle endlessly to achieve progress, you seem to step into opportunities, breakthroughs, and victories that appear almost tailor-made for you. People can see that doors open for you in ways that defy logic. They notice that even when setbacks occur, you are somehow guided into situations that turn around for your good. This frustrates some, inspires others, and confuses many, because they cannot find a human explanation for why your life seems to be sustained and elevated even in adversity. They wonder what kind of strength carries you, what unseen hand lifts you, and why blessings flow in your direction despite the chaos around you. Their eyes remain on you because you are a walking example of resilience that cannot be destroyed, and favor that cannot be denied. Your life becomes a mirror that reflects the difference between ordinary survival and divine preservation. People see your scars, but they also see that those scars did not break you. They see the challenges, but they cannot deny the victories. They witness the pressure, but they also see how you continue to shine under it. This combination of resilience and favor is what creates such shock in those around you. It is not just that you survived the storm, but that you come out of it with a glow, a lesson, and an even stronger presence than before. For many, this is unsettling, because it forces them to confront a reality they cannot easily dismiss. They realize that something greater is covering you, and that realization both amazes and unsettles them at the same time. Every observer becomes a silent questioner, asking themselves how you do it, why nothing seems to hold you down for long, and what unseen source of strength pushes you forward when life tries to drag you back. Some may even try to imitate your resilience without understanding the foundation of your protection. But they quickly discover that this kind of strength and favor cannot be copied. It can only be divinely given. And so, every time you rise again, every time you walk forward after a storm, you remind them that the chosen ones are sustained by something beyond human explanation. And that reminder keeps their questions alive. The unexplainable survival and rise of the chosen ones spark curiosity, envy, and countless questions in the minds of those watching. People look at your journey and see situations that were designed to end you, yet somehow you keep moving forward with even greater strength. They remember the hardships you faced, the betrayals, the obstacles, and the heavy seasons of silence, where it looked like everything was against you, and still you emerged. This survival baffles them, because by all logic, you should not be standing, and by their expectations, you should have fallen long ago. Yet, instead of defeat, they see you, growing, rising, and shining, and this creates a mix of emotions in their hearts. Some watch with admiration, quietly inspired by the way you continue to prevail, while others watch with envy, frustrated that nothing seems to destroy you. Regardless of their feelings, one thing remains certain: your rise cannot be denied. The more you survive what was meant to break you, the more people are left with questions they cannot answer. They ask themselves why trouble never overtakes you, why enemies never succeed, and why your story keeps unfolding in victory. They wonder what kind of power is at work in your life, because ordinary strength does not explain it. They see you face the same storms that others collapse under, but somehow you walk through those storms and come out carrying lessons, growth, and blessings. They notice that every loss you endure somehow turns into a setup for something greater, and every closed door you encounter seems to redirect you to a better opportunity. This unexplainable rise shakes their understanding of fairness and control, because it reminds them that no matter how much effort they invest in seeing you fail, there is a covering that protects and elevates you. This rise of the chosen ones also exposes hidden hearts. Some people who once pretended to support you reveal their envy when they realize that nothing can hold you down. Others who doubted you begin to respect you because your life proves itself louder than words. Still, many remain stuck in confusion, watching from a distance and whispering questions they dare not ask out loud. They cannot ignore the evidence of your survival, nor can they deny the favor that surrounds your rise. They might try to explain it away as luck or coincidence, but deep down they know there is something far greater at work. This silent realization stirs both wonder and restlessness, because they want answers but cannot grasp them. Every new level you step into, every victory that unfolds in your life, and every survival story that becomes your testimony makes them question their own understanding of who you are and what protects you. They wonder why attacks never stick to you, why gossip fades away before it harms you, and why situations that should have destroyed your spirit instead push you toward growth. Your survival does not just confuse them, it forces them to acknowledge that there is a difference between being chosen and being ordinary. The unexplainable rise you carry becomes a silent sermon to those watching, leaving them unsettled, intrigued, and full of questions that they cannot easily silence. Thank you all for listening with open hearts and open minds. May you continue to find courage, peace, and clarity in your own journey. Until next time, stay blessed, stay protected, and remember, you are chosen. Goodbye, and thank you.